So Elizabeth Warren being called King Warren of the Round Table in the Wall Street Journal today. Last month, as you may remember, 181 corporations said that they wanted to serve stakeholders in the country, not just shareholders in their company, putting corporate responsibility before profits. And now Elizabeth Warren is telling them to put up or shut up. She says, I write you, she wrote them a letter, for information about the tangible actions that you intend to take to implement those principles. She went on to denounce corporate profits and dividends, saying that she expects these executives to wholeheartedly support the reforms laid out in her Accountable Capitalism Act. So joining me now to say exactly what that would mean for the economy, Marc, American Enterprise Institute scholar and a Fox News contributor, and Austin Goolsbee, former chief economist for President Obama. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to have
be with you, Martha.
Both of you with us today. So, Austin, let me go to you first. There's another story in the Journal today that says that Democrat donors are very concerned about this possibility, and that some of them say they will sit out the whole thing, or they might even back President Trump if some of these ideas go into play and if she's the nominee.
Yes and no. I mean, that report, as you know, was about leading Wall Street financial people that were Democrats saying they didn't want it. And Elizabeth Warren's supporters basically took that report and made it an ad in her favor. I think the thing that is kind of missing in this is Elizabeth Warren, I think, is perfectly correct to say Donald Trump cut taxes for big corporations by $2 trillion on the promise that they were going to have a massive increase in investment in this country, that they were going to share those benefits with the workers, and the growth rate was going to go way up. The growth rate for this quarter is in the 1%. They didn't share it, and there has been no big increase in capital investment. So I think this issue is actually thus far is a big winner for her, not an albatross.
All right, Mark's chuckling. So I guess you don't agree with that, Marc. Go ahead.
I don't. Well, first of all, who died and appointed Elizabeth Warren general secretary to tell private businesses how to function? It's not the role of the president of the United States to do that. But second of all, this campaign of class warfare is not going to work. This message doesn't appeal to the American people because Elizabeth Warren's entire economic message is based on the idea that capitalism is working for the fat cats on Wall Street, but it's not working for ordinary Americans. Well, ordinary Americans disagree. Marist did a poll this summer, asked ordinary Americans, is the economy working for you personally? 2/3 of Americans said it was, including 64% of those without a college education, 61% of non-whites, 62% of independents, 66% of rural voters, 72% of suburban voters. So it's kind of hard to run on this message of the economy's not working for ordinary Americans when ordinary Americans say it is.
I mean, the president is now underwater on the economy when they ask him, do they think he's doing a good job? As I say, we gave $2 trillion in tax cuts to big corporations. That's not about class warfare. That's what President Trump did. And just look at the polls. This is an area of susceptibility to the Republican Party.
Well, there's no doubt
that the president's budget proposed cutting Medicare
if people start
at the
to feel
same
like
time
the
as they
economy,
cut taxes.
I'm sorry, I'm not even sure. If they start to feel like it's not working, that's definitely going to be an issue for President Trump's campaign. Let's have a little light moment. This is from Saturday Night Live. This is Kate McKinnon playing Elizabeth Warren. Watch this.
You're kidding me. The billionaires don't like me. Oh, no. I know. Then again, taking big checks from Wall Street worked out great for the last lady running for president. Let me just skip Wisconsin and change my name to Emails Benghazi while I'm at it.
I mean, you know, the big issue, though, I think, is that what you're hearing percolating around a lot of Democrats right now, Austin, is that they are afraid that if she's the one, you know, you have this Biden issue, which no doubt, however you split this impeachment question, it keeps coming up, Biden, and questions about all of that. And you have Bernie Sanders, who, you know, has health issues. He's back out there, but is dealing with some personal stuff.
Well, look, the Democrats we have yet to have any of the contests. They got to sort out who's going to be the nominee. I think it's absurd to think that the person who's going to get tagged from this impeachment discussion is Joe Biden. It's going to be President Trump. I think these issues, if Elizabeth Warren were the nominee, then President Pence is going to have to deal with that when he seeks re-election in the next campaign.
Very quick thought. I got 10 seconds, Mark.
Yeah, look, Elizabeth Warren is going to have the Democratic Party. I feel sorry for Austin because he's going to have to spend a lot of time defending Elizabeth Warren, who I'm sure he doesn't agree with a lot. She's going to run this party so far to the left that they're going to help re-elect Donald Trump because they're giving people who are tired of the Trump chaos but like the way the economy is going, they're giving them no safe harbor. They're giving them no place to go, and so she's going to push voters who don't like Donald Trump into Donald Trump's arms, and that's great for the Republican Party.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Take care.
All right, good to see you. Coming up.